Yes. Welcome back, people, to the Feuding Bros, the show where we talk about everything football. As usual, I'm with Thierry and Freddie, and after a little break, we're back, boys. We are back.
Back in business, man. Back.
Get started again, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, after a little break, after the Euros and that, I felt like, everybody needed a little break.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're back, and can you believe that the season starts in 2 weeks?
Wow. It's crazy, man. It feels like these guys never get a break, man. It's like,
Who wants to be a footballer, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I think, the Community Shield is next week, right?
Yeah.
Community Shield is next week.
You guys going to be playing, yeah?
We're going to be playing against City. Both of us have, like, nobody right now.
Yeah.
I was watching, I watched the friendlies, and it's just mainly the kids playing right now because everybody is still.
Yeah, I think the main guys come back next week actually. So
they come back. Yeah, they come back next week. So I doubt they'll play much, but we'll never know.
No.
Yeah, somebody like Alvarez is likely not to play because he's at
he's still at the Olympics even. So that's crazy that he did both. Like
that's crazy. Copa Olympics, and he's gonna be back in the season. He's not a bench player. He's a key.
But he's not now though. I mean, they were kicked out by France, right?
Oh yeah, they did lose to France. Yeah, they did lose to France.
Good point.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna go on holiday now for a bit.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna have a couple of weeks, but I mean, he's not really like he's like a benchman. So
yeah, true.
He does get a lot of minutes though. To be fair,
but according to himself, he's not happy about it. So
he wants to leave. He wants to leave. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, so at the end, before we start, guys, just 2 quick announcements. So guys, we do have a an FPL group going, and we're gonna leave a link to the description, a link in the description for our mini league in the FPL. So just feel free to join, and maybe there'll be a prize, maybe there won't be, but at least you'll get the bragging rights. And and we do have a WhatsApp group as well, linked to that FPL mini league. So if you want to join that too, just let us know, and then we'll see what we can do and participate. And secondly, the second announcement, I want to give a big shout out to Le Fantastique. Le Fantastique who won the Lagi tournament.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, the Lagi tournament is this big tournament that we have every year here in the DFW area in Dallas, Texas, and it just brings people together every year. So it's becoming a big thing. It's becoming a big with rivalries and over the years. Us three are in the same team, and we seem to go out every year on penalties at the semifinals. It's happened again this year. Semifinals, and we're
looking like England.
Just like England, just perennial losers on penalties. But yeah, shout out to the Fantastics, with the captain Wally and Diego Costa. Diego Costa finishing best player of the tournament.
No way. Come on.
I think he had like 2 goals and like 4 assists. I mean,
wow.
Come on.
Diego Costa, man.
He played with 10 minutes altogether. In 5 games.
10 minutes, man.
But shout out to Diego. I mean, if you know, you know. Yeah, Diego.
If you know, you know.
Big up to Le Fantastique, big up to Wally, and see you next year. And a little shout out as well to the finalists who were the reigning champions, Lachine.
Mm-hmm.
They got to the final, but this time they were losers on penalties. Mad penalties, man. Mad penalties. It just went, I think it was 14-13 in the end. It was just crazy. Big up to you guys. Big up to Mano. I'm sure he's still crying. I haven't heard from him since. He's probably still crying right there. But yeah. So yeah, guys, next year, man, gotta do it, man. It's the one trophy I don't have on my CV, man. We have to do it.
Next time we just need to go in. We don't do no warm-ups, no nothing. We just go. We practice penalties. That's it.
Yeah, we just practice PKs every time, man.
All right, so let's get back to our schedule for today. We're gonna be reacting to the Big Six teams, and we'll start today with Arsenal, I guess, and just to see what they've been doing during the off season and recruitments, transfers, and what they need going forward. And we're gonna try and do that for the main teams in the FPL, in the Premier League. Sorry.
Yeah. And
we'll start with Arsenal today. So, guys, I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me because I'm the only Arsenal fan here. So, but first of all, before we get into the questions and that, what do you think? Have you guys been following the preseasons, and what do you think of the preseason so far?
Yeah, seen a few games, mainly the one against Man U where Arsenal won, and it was an interesting game. They really went at each other. Pretty competitive game for a preseason game, and yeah, Arsenal showed the colors. They showed what they're going to be about this season. One player in particular that impressed me is Gabriel Jesus, being written off pretty much, for this season because it seems that he's not doing what he's supposed to do as a striker, which is scoring goals. But he seems to have a point to prove this upcoming season. So it was nice to see him, getting into it during the preseason games, just for the few that I've seen. But yeah, a lot of news, a lot of things to discuss, specifically with Arsenal going for the title this year. Do they have any other choice but to win? That's something we're going to talk about as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, like Freddie said, I watched. All I've seen of you guys really is the game that you guys played against us. And yeah, it was a good game. I thought we started really well until Hoyland got injured, and then after that, it was just like backs to the wall, just defending. Yeah, and you knew the goals would come for Arsenal, and they did. That second goal, by the way, I was like, come on, like. I was like, come on, the guy took the biggest touch in the box and nobody steps, bro.
I mean, I don't know who. It wasn't Johnny Evans, right? But I'm thinking it was.
He wasn't. I think it was one of the youth
I'm not just clattering him. I mean, when I see it, I mean, obviously, like, I was happy Martinelli scored, right? But I'm like, the ball is there, just clatter him, just go through him.
Yeah.
What are you hesitating there for? Like,
inexperience.
Yeah, inexperience. Yeah,
bro, you don't have experience for that. I mean, if you play for United, I don't care.
Exactly. To be fair,
you know how to do that in Sunday League football, man. Come on, you play for United. I don't care if you're not you're playing for the under 21s or whatever. But nah, you have to go through that. This is not a goal that you should concede.
Yeah, you gotta win that ball, and especially like. You knew that's kind of what Martinelli was going to do because he was cooking that fullback. I felt sorry for the kid because the kid was getting cooked. And like you knew that
when he came on, it definitely changed the game for us.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. So I was like, come on. But anyways, you guys look good that game. Like you said, Freddie, I think Jesus has got a big point to prove. Big chip on his shoulder this season to show that he can be the main man. I don't see you guys linked to a striker. I think there's a little bit of talks about Osimhen. Which may be a long shot because Napoli is asking for like everything for him. But yeah, it seems like you guys will go in again with Jesus and Havertz, which I mean we'll discuss if that's the best option or not. But yeah, I mean you guys are going steady about your business. You guys got one signing already, very good signing. Second signing is gonna be a guy that has to sign for a long time, Merino. And yeah, he's a good player, man. He's a good player. So yeah, you guys are going about your business, man. I mean, we know what you guys want next season and what the expectations are for you guys. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're being kind of quiet in the background and not being seen is probably the best thing right now. And just slowly doing what you need to do.
Yeah, definitely slowly doing what we need to do. And just to touch on the preseason first, preseason games they're just what they are, I mean, you can't really make anything of the results or whatever. I mean, the teams are not even set, and I mean, the team that played preseason, how many of these players are really going to start the season? You know what I mean? We still have a lot of players that weren't there. The Salibas, the Sakas, those are main players, but they're not there. You know what I mean? That's right. So me, what I want to, what I look for in the preseason is basically the young kids. And I'll tell you what, who has impressed me. I don't know if you know that the little kid there is Ethan Nwaneri.
Yeah, he was good.
He has impressed me so much because the kid looks like he's ready, man. He's ready to fill in. He's ready to be called upon when we need him. And excuse me. And yeah, that's basically what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody who's going to step up and make a name of themselves. Just tell Arteta that, hey, listen, I'm here. And I'm here to be counted on, so just count on me. I'm ready. Yeah, and that was one of the positives for me. And like I said, in terms of the games, I'm not really too fussed about the results. 1-1 against Bournemouth, beat you 2-1, and then we go and lose 2-1 against Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, doesn't mean anything. much. I mean, of course, you want to win those games, but if you don't win, it's not the end of the world kind of thing. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, so just to touch on the transfer activity, Ricardo Cagliafrori, for the price that we got him from, and for the player that he is, I think that's a major coup, because we're going to touch on to you guys, but we have a ready-made center back / left back, and we get him for what, 45 million.
Yeah.
I think that is a very, 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 very good piece of business right there. And I mean, I'm excited about this signing. I didn't think that we needed necessarily a backup in defense, but I mean, when you have a situation like that, when somebody like this is available, you have to go and take it. So there's probably going to be some space that's going to be made for him. Like I'm talking about Kivio, probably is going to go, and maybe a couple more. But yeah, I mean, defensively, we were already the best defense, last year, and I feel like this is going to continue. Another thing that I want to talk about as well is, Timber.
Yeah,
Timber is like a new signing, and as well, he's impressed me over the preseason games, because the guy, I thought he was going to be like left back / right back, but he plays center back and he looks strong. He's not the biggest. It reminds me of the Cannavaros back in the days. Not the tallest guy, but it's just a presence, man. The guy is strong. He's always there, and he's very good technically. And he's gonna feel like a new signing definitely for us this season.
For sure.
In terms of who we're gonna sign, what do we need basically? So
that's the big question. Yeah.
So what do we need? I don't think that. That's just my opinion, right? But I don't think that Arteta is too fast about getting the striker. I feel like it's like, if he gets a good opportunity, yes, he will do it. But I don't think that he wants to spend the the 100 millions that it's going to require for Osimhen or whatever.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and yes, there's this guy Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon that we've been linked to all summers with. But again, it's going to be about 60, 70 million. I don't know if Arteta is going to want to do that unless maybe the price comes down. I think he's probably the main guy that we're looking at right now in terms of number 9. But yeah, I think to me, looking at what we have, Arteta seems pretty happy with what we have. I mean, Jesus seems
is that the right thing though? Is that the right thing? Because I mean, like you said, you guys are the best defense, so you bring another defender for cover. Obviously, I mean, you guys are not just going for Prem, you're going for probably Champions League and maybe some cups too. So that cover is necessary. I don't think you guys had cover on the left. I think it was just Zinchenko, right? I think Kivio played there, but he's not the most comfortable there. So that's probably a good signing there, obviously. Merino, obviously, you guys need that 8. You haven't had that number 8 since Xhaka. And
you lost.
I don't know, it feels like
they lost Smith Rowe as well.
I mean, he wasn't really playing.
Squad player, man. Smith Rowe is not really a loss to us. I mean, maybe Smith Rowe 2 years ago would have been. Yeah, it's not really a loss for us. I mean, it's good. I'm happy for him that he's got a good club as well. I mean, it's going to it's good for him. Hopefully, that will kickstart his career again, because basically for the last 2 years he hasn't played. If you're not,
but I think it felt to everyone that the next step was to get that big striker, because you look at Man City that you're competing with, you always have a Haaland.
Yes, I mean, it would be nice if you get a striker, but I don't think it's a priority right now, because when you look at our season, scoring goals wasn't a problem. Scoring goals has not been a problem for Arsenal. We can find goals from everywhere in the team, right? Especially the front four, right? And especially when you have as well Trossard that's coming, they can come in and contribute about 10, 15 goals as well. So scoring goals is not a problem. So that's why I'm saying that it's not like a priority for Arteta. Yes, if we find a good opportunity out there for a number 9, by all means, let's go and get it. Like say if Victor Gyökeres, the price comes down to like 50 mil, yes, go get him. But don't get him for 70, 80 mils, because it's not, first of all, it's not worth that. He's only had one good season and he plays for Sporting Lisbon. No disrespect to them. But, and then 2, he's going to come into a new league, and how long is it going to take him to gel? You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're not going to be taken for ransom like we used to in the past. So that's what I'm saying. Getting a number 9 right now, especially when we have Havertz and when we have rejuvenated Jesus, it's not too bad. My priority is that number 8, like you said, but it looks like Merino is basically done. It's just it's just a few things that needs to be that needs to be cleared up. He's a good player, very good player, and he's going to replace that Shaka. He's going to fill that hole that Shaka left when he left. So that's a very good signing as well. I think, what was it? What is it? I think the whole package is like 35 million. So they're doing good business. They're doing shrewd business, and they're not breaking the bank for it, and I appreciate that. And what do we need now? I think we need backup for Martin Odegaard, because everybody overlooks that. I haven't seen anybody speak, because if Odegaard gets injured, there's no one in the team that can replace him.
Yeah,
no one that can do what he can do. So I think we need kind of a replacement for him. Somebody who's going to come, but obviously not going to get like a Martin Odegaard, right? But somebody's going to can fill it at number 10, because Fabio Vieira is not the one, man. I've seen him. I've seen it preseason. The guy is not the one. Fabio Vieira, we cannot have him. So we need that, and then obviously we need somebody that's gonna, come and back up Saka on that right.
With him a little bit. I think in general, you guys need some depth, because you're gonna be in all these competitions, at least Champions League and the Prem, not including the cups and all of that. And I feel like that's where last year maybe you fell a little short, because you didn't have the manpower, the replacements, as you're saying right now, position for position, where you don't really feel the drop. It's not always possible, but if you look at City, even Liverpool to some extent, they can do that. They can switch players, and the new player coming in is not a drop in level necessarily. So I do think that's your best bet to strengthen all the positions. Martin Odegaard, that's a very good point. Without him, the season would have been different. So having a replacement for him just in case is a good thing. Now, I do still think you guys need a striker, because it takes a load off of the wingers to have somebody that's there and score goals. Because if you're relying on the Saka and Martinelli's and Trossard to come in and make those exceptional game-changing moments, it can get tough at some point. But when you have somebody you can rely on, you have an Allen that he's gonna bang goals. You have a Salah, he's gonna bang goals. That at least you have that backup. You have that person that's there and that's gonna guarantee you that amount of goal, and you don't have to force your wingers into becoming goal scorers. So I do think that's something you guys might have to really.
Like I said, what I said is I didn't say that we didn't need a striker. We do need a striker. Yes, everybody knows that. But I don't think for Arteta right now it's a priority. That's what I'm saying.
This style of play makes sense. That
I think he's looking at more other positions before he's looking at the striker position to be a priority for him, because he already has Havertz, who did a decent job last year, and he has fit again Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus in the preseason games has looked like a different player. He looks fit again, and he even said it himself. Last year he was playing injured. This year he's back to his usual self. So hopefully, that's probably why I'm saying that. Hopefully that Arteta is not looking. It's not a priority. Of course, you find somebody that he likes at a decent price, but like I'm saying, it's not a priority where he's going to splash out 100 million for Osimhen.
Definitely not. I think you should just go for a young. I mean, the idea of Ivan Toney, for example, I think that would be a great fit for you guys.
I don't think Ivan Toney is good enough for us.
You don't think so?
I wouldn't like
really.
No,
what? Good enough.
I think he's a great finisher. Like you guys don't need the flash.
Yes, but I mean, I think Arsenal needs something more. Like Ivan Toney cannot press. He cannot press.
Different press has got a bit, no?
Not with Ivan Toney. I haven't seen Ivan Toney press. Ivan Toney cannot. I don't know.
The thing is with Tony is that it does allow you to play something different. Because if you have Havertz and you have Jesus, they're trying to do the same thing. I know Havertz is a bit more physical and you can at least be in there, do something in the air.
I understand that. But Ivan Toney is going to come here and he's going to want to start. You're not going to get Ivan Toney at some ridiculous price. How much is he going to be now? He's also going to be, 50, 60?
That's what the issue is. I think the price is not going to be good for you.
Yeah, and then he's going to come in and then he's going to want to start. I don't think Ivan Toney is Arsenal level, man. I think it's a level below. I'm sorry. I think it's like Spurs level. Yeah, I've said it. I mean, I might be wrong. But it's just my opinion. I don't think I've seen
20 goals the year before.
But
he saw 20 goals not last year, the season before.
Yeah, when he wasn't there.
I mean, it's not about. I mean, that's why you can say that about Watkins as well. I feel that Watkins is a better fit for Arsenal than Ivan Toney, for example.
I could agree with that.
So in terms of fit, that's what I'm talking about. in terms of fitting into the dynamics of the team, into the style of play, I don't think Ivan Toney is what we need right now.
But I mean, I understand what you mean in terms of fit, but I think you could have said that about Haaland going to Man
Exactly.
City.
That was going to be my point as well.
Fit really of Man City, but it does allow them to play differently. I know he has his issues. He can't hold up the ball as well and whatnot like that, but it does allow them to just lump the ball in the box and there's a big guy in there. Or like I remember that one game where you guys played them and they literally all they were doing when you guys were pressing,
just long balls,
to Haaland, and they won that game just because of that. So it does allow them to do that. I don't think Jesus and Havertz can do that like a proper striker.
They're not doing that like that. But the thing is, when have you seen? But yeah, you're gonna tell me, it can be a second option. But when have you seen Arsenal ever doing that? Like, never. So I haven't seen Ivan Toney, for example, running behind. He doesn't run in behind.
No, that's not. Yeah,
he doesn't run channels. You know, so it's just gonna. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just not. I mean, us and. You can tell as well. I think it was like last year or 2 years ago when they were really big on Ivan Toney. Well, the media was trying to press that idea of Ivan Toney to Arsenal, and we were desperate back then, but we never went for him because Arteta doesn't feel like he's the kind of player that we need. He rather win and go Havertz, who was probably less prolific, but fits into the style of play. Ivan Toney does not press. Havertz is a great presser, for example, and Havertz can break into space. That a lot of his goals was like that, just breaking into space and going to get those goals, and the movement as well. I don't think Ivan Toney is a great mover. He's good on the ball. He can hold up the ball for you, and you can cross the ball and he can. But that's not the Arsenal. Arteta's Arsenal. That's not how we play. So I don't think it fits. I'm not saying that Ivan Toney is not a good player. Ivan Toney will fit well. I've seen like in Aston Villa, Tottenham, those kind of, even Chelsea. He can play at Chelsea as well. Like with that style of play. But for us, I don't think that is the right fit. I don't even think Watkins is that good of a player as well. But I'd rather have a Watkins who fits better into our style of play than Ivan Toney. That's just my opinion.
That makes sense. So what are the? I mean, moving on, I guess, from the transfers a little bit. Like, obviously, we saw what happened last season. Very close with Man City. What is the obviously the expectations to win, but like realistically, how does that look for you? What do you think? Is it like win or bust? Is it win Arteta? If it doesn't win, Arteta out?
If it doesn't win, what? But because Arteta has to win. Arteta has to win something.
Yeah.
But I don't think that his head is on that Premier League trophy, and if he doesn't get that, then he's out. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's the Premier League, man, and we're playing against the best team the Premier League has ever seen, which is Man City. Okay, and it's not just a problem for Arsenal; it's a problem for everybody else. You know what I mean? And so I'm saying, like, just to judge Arteta on the Premier League alone, I don't think it's fair because it's tough. You cannot say to Arteta, okay, you can't say to Arteta, if you don't win the league this year, I'm letting you go. You can't say it. But he needs to win a trophy. I agree. He needs to win something. Yeah. Whatever it is, he needs to win something. He needs to win at least one trophy, preferably the league. If not the Champions League, if not the FA Cup, if not the Carling Cup, or whatever it's called nowadays. But he needs to win a trophy.
You guys are very, very nice to this guy. I think you guys flip to being like Arteta out to let's everything roll. The guy has to win something huge, man. And that's
what I've just said.
No, you said Carling Cup. That cannot count in this conversation.
I mean, but maybe not the Carling Cup. But if we finish second and we have an FA Cup, that's a good season for me.
That would be okay. Yeah. That would be okay. All right, so that would be okay.
That's what I mean. You can say win the league or bust. I mean, come on, man.
That would be harsh. That would be harsh because you do have to look at the work being done, the style of play, and all of that. That's definitely a package that comes together. But again, this man is running on his 7th year now.
No, I think fifth.
It's fifth year.
Fifth year, yeah.
Okay, maybe I was coming a little far back, but yeah, I mean, still 5th year. We know you're coming close. We know the progress you're making. It has to lead to something because I do think maybe people will start losing patience a little bit. That's my only point.
Oh no! And I mean, this season as well, you have City. I mean, obviously it's City, but I mean they're going through probably a transition this season with last Guardiola season. Probably a lot of players on their last.
Is it his last season though? Because
I don't think it's his last, man. I think
he's come out and said that He may or may not be. So he's not even.
I mean, that's a question mark that's gonna be there all season, and that's gonna be in the back of their heads. And with a lot of the guys as well, like De Bruyne, like guys Bernardo Silva, that have been threatening to go for seasons and seasons. Like it feels like, at least to me, it feels like an end of a cycle for City. Even if Guardiola stays, it's still gonna be a reshuffling of that team, for the following season after this season. So it feels like an end of a cycle. It feels like City is kind of winding down a little bit. And you guys obviously have been on the come up for the last 2-3 years. So is it like a season where like you have to win now? Like you have to do something. We cannot wait for one more season. That was my initial like kind of question. I mean, maybe it's not like if you don't win Prem bust, but like it feels like now like it's the time.
I understand your question. It definitely feels like it's time. It definitely feels like that. Yeah, and I can't say anything against that. But I mean, I was talking in terms of Arteta itself.
Yeah,
but in terms of the club in general, yeah, it's about time. We've been knocking on the door for the past 2 years, and it's about time that we get there in the end. Otherwise, you're just going to be the bridesmaid every wedding, and never. Yeah. So I mean, we want to move away from that, and we are so close as well. We are so close. We just need that little thing, that little extra push, and then we'll get there. So
you know what? That just brings me back to my argument about Ivan Toney. I think that little extra you guys need is the unpredictability. Like just be able to switch your game up and make it.
Are you trying to tell me Ivan Toney is unpredictable?
Not necessarily unpredictable. It gives you that option of a different.
Ivan Toney is not going to want to come to Arsenal and play last 20 when we need a goal and we throw him on and then we're going to start.
That's true.
He's not going to want to do that.
It doesn't have to be him. It doesn't have to be him.
And then two, we're not going to play like that. So he's going to be somebody who's just going to be in the team, and we don't play to his strength, and he's going to look worse than what he is.
Right. And it doesn't have to be him because he comes with a lot of, as you said, he comes with a baggage. He's going to want to play and all of that, and the team build around him, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not him, but I do feel like somebody in the same range, somebody that's going to offer you something different, especially up front, because last season, as you said yourself, you guys are the best defense. So the logical place to kind of, just take over City is the attack, because that's something City will never fail at. They're going to score goals no matter what, So I feel like if you have that,
like I said as well, I don't think scoring goals was a problem for us. It was more spread out for us, of course. They have Ireland scoring all their goals, that's fine. But for us, it was more spread out. But we were still scoring goals. I think where we got it wrong, or where Arteta got it wrong last year, is it's his fault, but it's not his fault at the same time, because it's his fault because he should have made provisions for that, and it's not his fault because he already had the squad. But towards the end of the season, or when Saka wasn't firing, for example, or when Martinelli went ghost.
Yeah,
even Martinelli, he kind of had a replacement because Trossard came in. So Saka, he played every game, and even when he should have taken a rest, we should have been added. For me, Saka should have been out of the team for at least 2 games, just to take a rest, just to repump. But he wasn't doing that. He kept playing Saka, and you felt like he was gassed a little bit,
Yeah.
And in midfield, same with Rice. Rice never really got a break. People like Ben White, they never really get a break. That's where Arteta got it wrong, and that's where he needs to improve. The rotation has to work better. The rotation is key, because you have to keep those people fresh. Because right now, when you get to a big game like Aston Villa home and away when we lost, and I feel like it's because of that too. It's because those players they were kind of tired, and when you get to a team that's going to put it on you when you're tired, it's going to show. So it's like you said, the gap between the first 11 and the bench, it's a bit large. Yeah, and it needs to be narrowed down a little bit. But then, like I said, scoring goals is not a problem for us. It's just just a little bit of game management and a little squad management from the team. I think that's what's going to push us, and making the right signings as well. Like I said, we do need a striker.
Yeah,
we don't need him that bad right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't need it that bad. And we do need one, but we don't need it that bad. Like I said, we're not going to spend 100 million on somebody right now. No.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just saying. And I don't think, in terms of Ivan Toney, I might be wrong, but in terms of Ivan Toney, I don't think it's the right fit for Arsenal. I don't even see him in the Arsenal shirt. I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean the transfer window is a little quiet, especially on all these people have been waiting on. Obviously, there's a few that have moved, like the Joao Neves. That's somebody that I know a lot of people were looking at. But yeah, those big names, especially within the league that we were talking about, there's not been too many movements. And Arsenal in general, 2 transfers, 2 official big transfers so far. They're not
Well, 3. We have Ryan.
Well, yeah. He's officially now part of the team, but
Yeah.
we all know what he's about. So yeah, I mean,
Better.
we'll get there. Yeah, I mean, you guys not trying to do too much. I see the philosophy there. I see, the pathway to win the title is just, as you say, in those little margins where you failed last year. Now, you also have to hope for City not to be top form City, because what can you really do against that? If they go on a run where we're talking about 112 points again, like, I don't know who's going to get all the way there. But yeah, I do think Arsenal got to be really ambitious this year. Definitely a trophy under the belt. That's going to really just give the fans even more fire, because Arteta really came and revived the fan base from what it was before.
He got the fan base together. There was that big decision before.
Yes.
And he got the fan base together, and together we are moving forward. And that's where, you got to give him his props, because that wasn't an easy task to do.
Not at all.
And when he came, like, not many people, wanted him to be there. Yeah. People had everybody had someone else that should have been better. I wanted someone else. I wanted Luis Enrique back in the days before I came.
Yeah.
But it's like the trajectory of his work is positive, and that is something that you have to credit to him. I mean, you can get into the debate: is he the right man for this? Is he the right man for that? But that's another debate. But just from his work that he's done so far,
yeah,
the trajectory is up, and that's what you wanted. From where we were down in the gutters, man. We were the laughing stock of the league. So for now to be respected,
we enjoyed that. These were the days, man.
These were the days.
For now, to be respected, yeah, and that's all down to Arteta, man. And yeah, you have to give him his props.
Okay, so what predictions for this season? Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League. What do you think?
Predictions? I have no idea. Like, the cups you cannot call the cups, because you never know. Yeah. Like, especially FA Cup, Italian Cup, you don't know how seriously they're taking it.
Yeah,
some years they're taking it seriously, some years they don't. It just depends where you get to. Right? I feel like the FA Cup, for example, people start taking it serious when they get to Wembley. So from semis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's more for the smaller teams, until they get to that stage. Mm-hmm. So the cups is just hard to call. It'd be nice to win a cup. Of course, we are, the FA Cup masters, so it'd be nice to get that again. I'm not gonna, but I mean, Arteta needs a trophy. That's the thing. He needs something. He needs something to show for all his work, because you don't want to be the yearly man all the time, man. Yeah. You want to get over that step now. You want to get over that edge. So, I mean, I'll have to wait until the transfer window is done, man, because City hasn't done anything yet, and I want to see what they do first. Because if they keep the same team with the recruitments that we did right now, I feel like we can edge them, but there's still what, 3 weeks to go? A little bit more than 3 weeks to go for the transfer window. I want to see what they do. I want to see what Liverpool does. Liverpool hasn't done anything yet, but they've been looking good.
They have. Honestly, the preseason has been good.
Over the preseason, and so yeah, I want to wait for that too. But yeah, I think obviously it's going to be another top 3 finish, but I don't know where. Right now, if you ask me where, I don't know where. Champions League, I feel like we can go far, man. I mean, last year I don't know what happened against Bayern. I think we regretted, we respected Bayern a little bit too much. I think that Bayern was there for the taking, and we just respected them. Against Bayern, we played the name instead of the players that were in front of us. And Champions League, I feel like we can get to a semi-final at least.
No,
I feel like
is that our last year too?
Look, the crazy thing about
this is just you asked me for my prediction. I'm giving you and then you acting like a dickhead. What you
The only thing I would say is that Champions League last year for you guys, I mean, yes, you guys had the opportunity, but to fall against Bayern, who was really not good that season,
Not even
It's gonna
Bayern.
be good. And I feel like
Against Porto. They struggled.
They
It
struggle.
doesn't matter. We went through. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is, we can get there. It doesn't mean that we will.
You can. I think it's gonna require a lot of focus.
For example, can you say that you can get to a semi-final? You cannot say that you can get to the semi-final of the Champions League. You, Man United, cannot say that. But I can say that. I can see myself there. Doesn't mean that we'll get there, but I can see myself there. You see what I mean? So that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. You asked me for my prediction. I'm giving it to you.
Man, we'll see.
We'll go with that for now,
Yeah, man. That's good, man. That's good. We'll see.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna leave it there. I mean, let me ask you. I know it's not, you probably don't care, but let me ask you about your predictions for Arsenal this year. Where do you see us finishing?
Man.
I mean, like you said, for the Prem, it's gonna be tough. But I think it's just you guys in City. So I think this probably might be your year. I hate to say it, but I think City is not gonna be as motivated as before. They've done everything. We didn't say it like last year, but they still, I guess, had that 4 year in a row that they wanted to get. But now, I mean, like, I don't know. They have to be some kind of robots because they've literally done everything now. Like I don't know what else they can be chasing. But
just extend the record, I guess, for the longest possible.
I guess, yeah.
One thing you gotta know is Pep is always hungry.
That's true. But yeah, I mean that for me, you guys need that striker. I know. I hear a lot of Arsenal fans say the same kind of what you just said about it's not like a need. It's something that we can add, but I feel like you really need it for just these moments where you just can't break down the team and you just have that guy that you can that would just sniff something in an ugly goal in the box and get you over the line. But we'll see. I mean, you guys, the stats, I would say, like you said, the stats probably say that you don't really need a striker. So we'll see how that goes. But I would say you guys probably, it's tough, man. But obviously, first or second, I don't think anybody. I think Liverpool is an unknown. Like we said, they've been looking good in preseason, but like last year we looked good in preseason, and we all know what happened. So honestly, that will happen to them. But yeah, preseason, you can never know. But they're a bit of an unknown, and I think everybody kind of gives them a pass this year as well with losing Klopp. So, and yeah, nobody is there to challenge you two at the top, City and Arsenal. So top two. Champions League, I don't think you guys are going to do anything. I think quarterfinal is your ceiling. I think when it gets to that point where you need that Champions League know-how and experience. I mean, how long did it take City? And they were the best team in the world for years. How long did it take them?
That story is not ours. I mean, we don't have to go through what they went through. So I mean,
that's true. That's true.
It's fair enough. It's what you think. You're entitled to your opinion, you know. So whatever.
No, man. But yeah, I think quarterfinal is good. And like the Cups, I think, you're very right. We can never know how seriously they're gonna take it. I think they should take FA Cup seriously, like you said. That's kind of your tournament. I remember you guys won it like three years in a row or something, not too long ago. So I think he should take FA Cup seriously and try and get something out of there.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. We got a trophy.
Yeah, now is a lot of pressure on him. If there is any, even I think there is a little bit. But yeah, I think that's what you guys will do. I think, like you said, if you finish second, you get FA Cup, it's a good trophy. If you finish first and you don't get anything else, it's a good season. I mean, if you finish first and you don't get anything else, that's a good season as well.
Yeah, that's a great season.
Winning the Prem will be the icing on the cake. It will be the best achievement for him.
Yeah, because they've been winning for so long.
And, that's
going to be the Champions League.
Man, that's going to be such. I can imagine Arsenal fans just.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to imagine.
That Prem title, they just leave the
that's what's missing on CV.
I don't even want to imagine.
I think, as you said, Jan, I think it's gonna waiting to see the end of the transfer. Definitely, as you said, the most important point that you said that I believe we can all agree on is just the depth of the team. You guys need just double quality for each position, and I think.
Like, don't get me wrong, sorry to cut you off real quick, but just talk about this. Like, Julian Alvarez right now is like itching to go, right? If we can get a Julian Alvarez, that's what I'm saying about. You know what I mean? We do need one, but it's not quite the priority right now. That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't put 60-70 mil on one.
Yeah. But Alvarez, it will be around that price. Maybe if you guys really get a bargain at 50 mil, I'll be really surprised.
That's the price they said, around 50 though.
Yeah, it's around 50 mil.
Around 50. Wow, that's still a good price because
I'd be surprised if they sell him to us though. I think they learned them
I
lesson.
think they've learned the lesson.
Yeah, he's gonna come and backstab them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you can get a Julian Alvarez. I feel like because he reminds me of like he's like kind of Aguero type.
yeah.
Short, stocky, and then just lethal, man.
Yeah, very lethal, man. That would be a great deal. And yeah, if you guys manage to just have those additions to the team where you are able to go on all fronts, giving 100%, I think that's where like you guys will be really threatening everything because you're definitely gonna get your trophy if you do that. I think if you guys go hard on the FA Cup, you guys gonna get it, right? With the league, it's a little bit different, but with those additions, I think yes, you can focus on your trophy on the other competition. Let's say the FA Cup, the Champions League, even you can go for it like 100%. And still, if you manage to still go 100% in the league, I think that would be a great season for you because you're definitely going to win your trophy and you might even win the league with that. So as of now, predictions, I will say City's still on top, and that's because of only one man, that's Pep, because this guy is gonna just breathe desire and just guys, let's go again, let's get those trophies, so we know what we're gonna expect, and we can see that a little bit in preseason. They're not half playing, they're going at it, so yeah, there you have it.
I mean, that's good opinions there. I mean, I can't say that I can go against what you said because it's just City and Pep, and he's proven to be a monster in this league. So he's figured it out. He's figured it out properly.
Yes, man.
But yeah, guys, let us know what you think about our discussion about Arsenal today. Let us know if you agree with us, if you agree with me about the fact that Tony is not the right man for Arsenal. Or if he is the right man, why is he? And just let us know. Just react to whatever we spoke about today. And the link to our FPL is going to be in the description. So feel free to join that. Just come and have fun with us. And definitely. So and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Guys, we're gonna leave it there for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. We'll see each other in the next video. All right.
All right. See you guys later.
Y'all take care.